So one thing I've noticed about these weird gang stalkers is they're not all human. Some of them are NPCs, non-playable characters. They're like computer programs, soulless beings, bots. Like they're not even thinking for themselves, like they're being remotely controlled, which they can do now. They have that technology. Go look it up. And a lot of these so-called people, they're not people. They're reptilian shapeshifters. If you look at the human brain, at the oldest part of our brain, it's called the R complex. It's actually the reptilian part of our brain. It's where a lot of our, you could say, reptilian qualities are, where they're stored. You know, your fight or flight, you know, your killer instinct, you know, your reaction. It's a reactive mind, right? It's very reactive, like a lizard. And you notice in people that a lot of people, you know, are more, I guess, in tune with their reptilian brain. But there's actually so-called people out here that are actual reptilians. They look like people, but they're not. You'll notice their skin is different. Like you'll notice that their eyes around their eyelids, it's like red and maybe inflamed. You'll notice their hair doesn't really look real. It almost looks like a wig or something. And you'll notice in the way they walk too. The way they walk is not like human. It's not like humanoid. It's like a lizard. It's like reptilian. So when you're getting gang stalked, you'll notice that everybody's not a real person, and you'll feel their vibration. Because, you know, when we're people, we can feel people's vibration. The more empathetic you are, the more in tune you are with other people's emotions. And if you pay attention to when you're getting gang stalked, you'll notice that people know where you are. They'll know where you're going before you're even there. And it's like, even when you're on your way there, you'll be passing all these people, but they're not really people. A lot of these reptilians too, they like to wear sunglasses. They try to kind of hide their appearance a bit. And they can't handle the sun. The sun, it's been giving off solar flares. They can't handle it. So a lot of them, I've seen a lot of them look, I've noticed for the most part, they're like Caucasian. They're Caucasians. But I've seen a lot of Asian ones too. And the Asian ones too, you can really tell that they're reptilian because, especially when the sun's out, they wear those like weird hats with like the covers, like they're really covering their face. Like it's almost like they're wearing a hijab or something. They're really trying to stay away from the sun. And like I said, when you're en route to somewhere, you're going to see them. And it's almost like they know where you're going. They know what you're doing. It's not natural. It's not real. It's like they're fake people. They're not real people. And when you come across them, like cross paths with them, because they'll know where you're going already, even when you go like deep in the trails, like that's what I do. I go deep into the trails, deep into the forest, where you should essentially see nobody. And if you cross paths with them, you'll notice, you'll get this feeling of like almost like fear or like panic, or it will like scramble your thoughts. And you'll start getting this feeling, you'll feel this type of way that's like very strange, like you're coming across something that's a threat. You know, it's like your body knows it. And if you look them in the eye, it's not a good idea. Don't look these things in the eye, man. I tried doing that before. I was like, before I knew more about this stuff, I would do that. I would look them in the eye, but it's like they can control your mind. It's like they can read your mind when you look them in the eye, and you'll get this feeling like, almost like this paralyzing feeling, or you'll get this like sensation that will overcome your body, and it's like you get an instant like headache. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think people out there are gonna know what I'm talking about. Don't look these reptilians in the eyes. But they've had their influence on this world, on people for a long time. They've been behind staging events, you know, staging emotions, implanting thoughts, implanting memories. And when you're in this gang stalking program and you're trying to go out and live your life, and you start noticing these people around you, the same people, in places where here comes a gang stalking plane. They always fly right over me. They put tracking devices in your body, on you, so they can track you 24/7. But these reptilians, they're predatorial. And it's like they're hunting. And you'll feel their emotion towards you, and it's like they have this deep hatred for you. It's like they just hate you. They can't stand you. And you don't even know these things. They're weird. But they're behind a lot of the world's problems. They feed off of lower vibrational feelings and emotions, fear, lust, pain, suffering. That's how they eat. And that's why they want to keep you at a lower frequency. They want to keep you distracted, because all this stuff is a distraction. Your work, sports, entertainment, it's all distractions to keep you not focused on what's really going on. Because if you're awake in this and you see what's going on, you're going to realize that this ain't a game. This is spiritual warfare. And that's how these people have been able to stay in power for so long, because they have a lot of, you could say, paranormal or extraterrestrial help to manipulate the public, the people. They can manipulate your moods. They can manipulate your opinions, which they do. They use the media as a tool. They weaponize it. But yeah, you got to watch out too, because these reptilian shapeshifters, they use humans too to do their dirty work, right? To do their bidding. They'll pay them because they know a lot of these people will do anything for money. They don't care if they stalk you. And they're purposely manipulating the society, the housing market. That's why you see it's in such a frenzy right now. That's not done by an accident. That's by design. They're the ones that are buying up and controlling all the real estate because they want you dependent on them, right? They want control. That's what they get off of. Control. It's all about control. They're manipulating the stock market, right? They cause a panic. They make people sell all their shares, their stocks, and they buy them all up. So they have control. The banking, they crash the economy on purpose. And the reason why they're doing that is because they're crashing the economy on purpose. It's because they want everybody dependent on them for a job. So they're going to hire gangstalkers. They're going to hire these immigrants. The deep state, they work with the deep state. They work with the Freemasons. So people are getting desperate because the cost of living is way too high. They want to get them to a point where they'll do anything for money. So they'll stalk you if your name's on that list. See, this is all done by manipulation. It's an illusion. That's what these people are. Sorry, I shouldn't call them people. That's what these things are. These meat suits. They're illusionists. Control. It's all about control. And they want your soul. And like I've said before, this gang stalking program, it's like a satanic ritual. Because they want to fill you with fear. They want to feed off your loosh because they're getting so desperate because the world's waking up now and they don't have enough to feed off of. So now they're really intensifying it. They're really turning things up. And a lot of people think the solution is to leave the country. But the problem with leaving the country is you're going to go to another country. They're going to call up the Masonic Lodge in that country or that city you're going to. And then it's the same program's going to start all over again. So it's like you can't even escape it.